I'm here with Iowa State running back Breece Hall, defensive back Greg Eisworth. How you guys doing?
I'm doing good.
Okay.
How you doing?
All right. That's what I want to know. Greg, man, I gotta say, dog, it feel like you've been here forever. Do you feel like you've been here forever?
Well, I feel like I've been in college forever. Iowa State, I've been there the last 3 or 4 or something like that years. So Iowa State, not really, but college, yeah, I feel like I've been in college.
So, because I got to ask you, man, what is it like to play with Jack Trice?
Hey, cool cat, man. He cool dude. You know what I'm saying?
No, man, okay. Like, in 6 years of playing, this being your 6th year playing college football, right? At some level, what's your favorite memory so far?
Ooh, that's tough. Favorite memory? It's hard to pick out just like one memory, but I would like definitely say like just my journey here at Iowa State, like as a whole, has been pretty awesome. Like seeing the program progress these past couple years, just meeting new people, finding my faith, really getting closer to God in my faith. Just a lot of stuff, a lot of things like that I'll just put into my entire experience here at Iowa State.
Breece, what's your favorite memory so far?
I say outside of my first semester just getting to college, my favorite memory was probably just this last football season up until now, really just me doing everything I worked for, everything I expected of myself, but nobody else really expected me to do all that. So, and me just really shocking the country, surprising everybody, and proving that I belong. And then now, up until now with like the whole NIL stuff, just being able to make money off the name, image, and likeness, and just that experience, just really going through that has been real cool.
So I want to pick that up with the shock the world aspect of last season for both of you. But I want to start with this. What made y'all believe halfway through the season, beginning of the season, that this was in your sights?
Oh, well, I'll start. I feel like we've always believed, honestly. We knew we were good enough. We knew everybody's story on our team was a little bit unique. We used to call ourselves like the misfit toys, like the guys that nobody really wanted, but we all knew we could play, you know what I'm saying? And so that was kind of like a little fire for us, that we wanted to prove that we belong here. So we always believed, we always knew. It was just figuring out how to do it, how to put everything in place. And then, as the season progresses, we realizing like, yeah, we got a shot at doing this, but then that's where Coach Campbell comes in and like, hey, stay focused, everything, focus on our standard, our culture, everything that's inside these walls, and you'll be straight. And so that's kind of been our mindset and our, how we've progressed.
Breece, what about you?
I feel like our team's also always believed, we knew we belonged, we knew we could play with anybody in the conference, and, just through last year, just us getting some surprising wins to the world, but not to us. We expected that of ourselves. And then towards the end of the season, just realizing that we had a chance, it just gave us that much more juice. And we just had that confidence, and everything was just working out. We were playing our best ball, and we believed in each other. We believed in our process, our system, and everything played out for the best.
So you had a tweet that got a lot of attention, I think just after winning the Fiesta Bowl. Do you remember the tweet?
No.
5-star culture?
Yeah.
Okay. I believe it was just that. What were you saying?
5-star culture versus 5-star players. We don't, like Greg said, we don't have the guys that everybody wanted. We don't have the 5 stars. We don't have the high recruits, the guys who had all the hype, and the guys who are about the glitz and glamour. We just got guys that are willing to come in and day out and, just go through that process and, just believe in our culture, believe in, what the coach has set for us, what our strength staff has set for us. And, we just come in and day out and work hard, and we're fine with that. We don't need to be the guys that everybody wants to, see on TV. Like we don't care about any of that. We just come in and, we're gonna fight, and we're gonna keep playing, and we're gonna fight.
Greg, you mentioned misfit toys, and you guys feeling like y'all were unwanted in some aspects, but you got a bunch of JUCO dudes on that squad, and the reason I point that out is it takes a different kind of person to play junior college football and then get into FBS. What do you think you'll learn from playing junior college football?
Playing JUCO, man, it is kind of tough mentally. Like, a lot of the guys feel like they don't belong there or, they should be playing somewhere else. But I think JUCO for a lot of guys is humbling, right? Like, all right, how much do you really love football, right? You wanna go play FBS D1 football. You got to play here first when there's no fans.
Right.
I'm used to Texas high school football. We got playoff games. We got 30,000 fans in the stands, right? You're playing in the AT&T Stadium. And JUCO is probably 50, 60, but you playing football, and if you really love football, you're going to go to work, And so I think it's a humbling experience for some people, and it kind of weeds out the guys that if you really want to do this or not.
So I want to stick with this because about 4 years ago, y'all unveiled this defense that you're running today. And it's unlike any other defense that is in the Big 12, let alone the country. And then you've seen it adapted in the pros. I think Bill Belichick runs some variation of the defense that you run. When Coach Haycock put that in front of y'all, what was your first thought?
Initially, I'm like, okay, this is pretty unique. When I first got to Iowa State, they had me at the middle safety position, right? So you kind of, they're telling me safety, but you're almost like a linebacker.
Right? You in the box.
Yeah, you like a linebacker 10 yards off the ball. But, it's unique because now you can run support, and you're already deep enough for helping pass coverage and stuff. So, now I've been able to kind of mix around in all the safety positions. But, it's very unique. I think it's versatile as well. You can do so much with 8 people off the ball. But initially, I was excited. Like, okay, I can make some plays at this, this star position. So,
man, I was looking at this, and Breece, I would love your thoughts on playing against this defensive scout team because I'm looking at it like, that ain't gonna work. Like, y'all drop 8. Like, people gonna pick this apart.
Yeah.
And what it came down to was y'all's ability to come down and make plays, wrap people up, put them on the ground. Fundamental football, what you think about, right? Which you think everybody can do. But not everybody can do it, and you would frustrate the hell out of these quarterbacks that are used to being able to throw 9s and 7s, right? And y'all were able to stay in front of them. Breece, what is it like for you to run against that defense?
It's different, just going against other defenses who have run regular 4-3 or regular 3-4 defenses. Like the way these guys fit gaps is completely different. The way the safeties play is completely different. So when I first got to college, it was a real big learning adjustment for me, and even now, I just really gotta focus on, how they're fitting, how the line's flowing, how the linebackers are fitting gaps, and just reading their leverage and kind of just making the best play possible. So going against them, and then first you have to learn about how to run the ball against them, but then you got to learn how to pick up the blitzes, and that's where it really got difficult at first, and because they send blitzes from all around the field, the safeties coming. 3-4 linebackers come and playing man, it's just not like any other defense. And, that's what makes it so unique. And that's why I like to go against it, because it just maximizes, it helps me because I get to, just get to go against something different that I haven't seen. So when I do go against teams that try to run the 3-3-5, I already know it's coming.
Nah, man, like I mentioned when I thought it wasn't going to work when I first saw it. And then I'm looking at guys running free to the quarterback, and that's not uncommon. What is the offensive lineman going, yo, that's your assignment. And it's going, nah, that's your assignment, because they don't know what they're looking at or how they're seeing this defense in the way that I think a lot of people were having a hard time with the air raid 20 years ago. So it's interesting for me to hear your thoughts about playing against it and playing in it. Breece, who's the best running back ever from Wichita?
Barry Sanders.
Okay, all right. I had to ask. I had to ask. Some dudes would have gave that to themselves. Yeah. Just saying. All right.
That was a trap.
What? Hey, no. Like, if you think you that good, you think you that
say
good.
It, yeah. Okay.
Like, I think I'm that good. I don't play football.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I'm doing. I think I'm that good.
You good at what you do? Okay.
All right. So that was a setup for this. All right. This is what I think the best all-time Big 12 team would look like on offense and defense. Breece, you looking at offense. Greg, you looking at defense. If I am missing someone, let me know who, but also tell me who you're taking off.
No. Because I don't know Derek Strait and Justin Gilbert, they got to be removed from the list. I'm assuming they're DBs, right?
They are DBs. One of them won the Thorpe Award.
Oh.
Best defensive back.
Which one?
Straight.
All right, he can stay. He's straight. He's straight. He's straight.
He said he can stay.
Derek straight.
Okay.
Justin Gilbert, don't know him. I got to be up there.
Okay.
So me and Earl Thomas, I think that'll be a good combo.
You and Earl Thomas? Okay.
Yeah, me and Earl Thomas in the back end. I think that's a good combo.
Which one of y'all playing corner?
Wait, there's only 3 DBs. I'll go play some corner.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go play some corner.
You think that much of Earl Thomas at free safety?
Yeah, he nice at free safety. I just, he got the range, he got the instincts, all that stuff. So I'll go play some corner. I get a little corner blitz.
What are you, 6'3" corner?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I'm 6 foot.
Oh,
what you talking about?
I was trying to give you an extra 3 inches.
I mean,
I'm 5'5". I'm always trying to give somebody some height.
It's cool. I'm 6'1",
Okay.
6'2".
All right. It's a big corner.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Corner.
Appreciate it.
Y'all can switch too, so you can take a look and see.
The defense, offense, I know all these.
Everybody knows all the offense, but then when we talk about the offensive line,
Julian Good-Jones. No,
D-line solid. I forgot about Justin Black.
Yeah,
Man,
Justin
he was tough. He was tough.
Yeah, this tough list.
Yeah.
I appreciate
Tough
that.
list to crack.
CD solid though. Easy. AP easy.
AD.
AD.
AP.
All day.
Yeah, there you go. There, you got it. Well, Breece Hall, Greg Eisworth, thank you so much for really what I thought was fun. For me, was it fun for y'all?
Yes, for sure.
Very cool. I wish y'all the best of luck. Hope to see y'all in the Big 12 Championship once again. Chasing major bowl win again. I'll see y'all soon.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
Appreciate it.
I'm here with Iowa State head coach Matt Campbell. Matt, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Very cool. I'm glad that you're here. So we're going to have a little fun, and I want to start with this, though. Could you point to one thought, one slogan that propelled Iowa State to its first ever major bowl victory, Fiesta Bowl, beating a Pac-12 champion in Oregon? Like, what were you telling your team all season?
Yeah, I think for us, the reality to that question was really putting fear in the back seat, putting courage in the front seat, and having the opportunity to grow daily. And, I think that group defined that, to be honest with you, a year ago. And, I think sometimes as our program has risen, you cared so much, coaches and players, that sometimes there was a fear of failure. And, I think a little bit of that needed to be put in the back seat and put the courage of, man, we get to do this. We don't have to do this. And, in a really powerful time a year ago, going through a unique circumstance, but I think it allowed us to really grow.
So I look at your team. I see 19 starters back, an All-American running back, an All-American tight end, a quarterback with 25 school records, going to go over 10,000 yards passing this year, Lord willing. What are your upperclassmen being told? Like, what do you tell them they still have to prove?
Well, I think for them, the only proof that we ever won is just that did we or did we not become the best version of ourselves that we can be. We're not really trying to prove anything to the outside world. I think what we're trying to do is prove that, man, we can develop a process. We can put our ego aside and we can look deep and say, man, where can I grow? Where do I need to grow? Because we know if we quit growing, then failure is right around the corner. And so, I think from our group, it's been really fun to watch the leadership that has kind of surrounded this year's football team. I think that's what's fun about college football. Every year's different. And you're right, there's guys that have had success, but they've been willing to put their ego aside. They've been willing to dig deep, and whether it's mentally, whether it's been physically, or whether it's been in their craft, they've been willing to challenge themselves to grow. And when your best players do that, and the young players in your program see that, then I think your whole organization has a chance to grow. And that's not just them. That's sometimes equal to us as the coaches, right? And so I think that's been a great challenge for this group, but one that has been really fun to watch a lot of growth occur within our walls.
I look at a kid like Breece Hall, and I see the fruition of years and years of his development, but not just his, but Iowa State's first unanimous All-American in the history of that school. And that's such a big deal, such a heady thing. I understand coaches are not into individual accomplishments, but what is it for you that sticks out about that kid in particular?
Well, what I love about Breece is, Breece had a lot of options to go to a lot of places. And, a lot of times we talk about, man, if you want to come to our place, come because you think it can be a transformational experience, not a transactional experience. We're not that school where, man, it's transactional USA. This is a place where we're going to challenge you, and we're going to ask you to become the best version of you can be, not just on the field, but off the field. And I think when I look at Breece, the God-given ability that he's been blessed with, the ability to never take a day for granted and come to work every day to become the best he can be, the ability to grow as a leader within our program, and the ability to really put his ego at the door and, be a great team player. It's been really fun to watch. And, Breece has got an incredible mother, great stepfather, a great family around him that I think has instilled all the values of what greatness looks like to be a young man and to someday go out in society and be a great man. And that's probably been the greatest reward, is to watch how he's handled some of the great things that have come his way, and the ability to understand that we still play a team sport, and a lot of his successes have come because of some of the great teammates he's had around him as well. And so just really proud of who he is, way greater than what he's done for us.
I look on the defense, and I always wonder if I'm the only person. It's one of those, am I stupid or is everybody else dumb? Because I look at Will McDonald, and I see the only Power 5 guy returning who had double-digit sacks.
Yeah.
And I look at a guy like Mike Rose, and I see, quite honestly, the best returning linebacker in the country. What are you telling those guys on defense about pushing and getting better?
Yeah, I think, you just talk about those two guys, and I instantly think of, man, those guys in January, February, and March this year. And man, Mike Rose, his body fat and what he's done to his body to transform himself to who he was as a junior to who he is as a senior right now has been maybe as impressive as anybody. I look at Will McDonald and I see a young man who, has dealt with tough and trying times and yet has persevered, and now goes into his junior year and he's got confidence, and he's gone from a 15-pound young man to a 248-pound man, and you see, I think for me, I see those names as not of what they're doing again on the football field, but I see of what they've done to prepare to do what opportunities and moments may come their way on the football field. And I think that's what's been really fun about those two, and really the entirety of there's a lot of returners on that defensive side that we think are tremendous football players. And again, there's been great growth with those young men, not just in terms of their football ability, but also all the other areas of their lives.
Coach, I'm going to switch gears a little bit. We're going to have some fun. So these are meant to be rapid-fire questions, so first thing that comes to your mind.
All right.
What was the last job you had before coaching?
I worked in a cement factory.
Really?
I did it.
What did you do?
Well, my job was cement culverts. There was like a attachment that the crane would take those cement culverts into the ditch, and my job was to knock the styrofoam pieces out so the cement those metal attachments would be available for the crane to move them off the conveyor belt. So that was my job.
That's not a metaphor for life, man. Last one of these. Which fictional football player would you most want to join your team?
Man, that's a great question. So I've got a son named Rudy, so I'm going to have to. I'm going to have to go with Rudy. We like attitude and effort in our program, so I'd go with Rudy.
One thing here, Coach. Let me find this. So I put together an all-time Big 12 offense and defense.
Okay.
Please take a look at these and tell me who I missed. And if I missed someone, you got to tell me who you're taking off.
Well, this is a pretty good list right here on I'm looking at the offensive piece of it first. So, we hope that we can have some names here down the road that maybe we can get taken off there. But I don't know if I can argue right now with any of those guys on offense. Now let me look at this defense here. Well, the first thing I would say is maybe this Mike Rose has a chance to take this Sean Weatherspoon spot. Missouri, they're not even in the conference anymore, so we got to get a Cyclone on there. So, but that would be my only adjustment. But you're talking again, man, some tremendous football players, and I think he did a great job.
Well, Coach Eisen certainly hope that Mike Rose can make that. I think he has an opportunity. I want to give him another year to play football.
That's
fair. All.
Totally
okay.
fair.
Iowa State head coach Matt Campbell, thank you so much.
All right, thanks for having me. Appreciate it.